You're handed a blue pill and a red pill. The blue pill, you start out at 10 years old knowing everything you know today. Red pill, you start out at 45 years old with $50 million in your bank account.
Blue pill.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Blue pill.
Actually, I take that back. Red pill.
No takesy backsies.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
The decision is final.
Triple stamp, no double stamp.
Because I say that because I was initially thinking blue pill, because if I know everything I know today, I'll easily have 45 million
Before
45. But at the age of 45, you're thinking about if you can tell me I can retire today, I'm gonna wake up, open my eyes, I got 50 G bars at 45. Why would I try to work my tail off from 10 to 45? 35 years making 50 million. Red pill, final answer, Bob.
Ooh,
I guess you just got to think about the memories in between.
this is why this is here.
This is why I'm riding shitters. No, all the shit.
Must be the bushings.
I'm still going to stick with the blue pill. Just because, like you mentioned, the memories that you can go back and make, or even try to
The things you
relive.
That's it.
some
Now,
of it.
now, okay, time out. Am I gonna remember everything until 45, or I'm just going to 45? I'm here.
That's a good.
Oh, yeah.
Does it
I didn't
go
look
into
at
that?
it that
I was
way,
gonna
but,
say.
I mean,
Yeah.
What kind of depth are we looking at?
Yeah.
I like the 45 and starting fresh.
I think, I mean,
You were
because you're
45,
starting,
50 million.
you're starting life
Wake
at 10
up.
years old, or you're starting life at 45.
Okay.
So basically, yeah.
If that's the case, I'm taking this back. Going back to the placebo.
I mean,
Blue pill, please.
let's say you don't know anything. I mean, a lot of money can turn your life nasty.
That's
100%.
That's true.
Yeah.
Things could change for the worse.
Yeah.
It could
100%.
end up way worse than what you have it.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't change shit.
People say the key to happiness is money. It's not.
Yeah,
I
I've
agree.
never thought the
It helps.
It can just buy you a
it
boat.
can
I
help.
would. Damn it.
They could
Sean.
buy you a truck to pull it too.
It
Is
will-
it boat?
Preferably one that doesn't have a left
it
rear
boat or
passenger driver.
Yeah, but
Boat?
And it can buy you
I
a
thought he
Yeti
was saying
110 ice
boat.
down with some
No.
ice cold.
I was like, I
silver
wouldn't be
bullets,
happy with a boat.
the thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to mention our sponsor.
We don't own the copyrights to that, the lyrics to that song, so
No.
we don't want to get sued.
Where's my
What's up?
koozie?
It's over there.
It was with your fucking shirt. Where's
I decided to use mine.
Is that?
I can't fit a boot inside of a koozie.
The Woods
Well,
Fest.
you might be able to. You just shimmy around the.
Now that we're back on the Woods Event Center, we do serve tacos on Wednesday as well as smash burgers on Thursday,
Starting to sound like
pizzas and
Justin's
pretzels
episode.
Wednesday through Saturday. He texted me after the episode. He goes, "Dude, I plugged the Woods so many times." I said, "Attaboy. You get your paycheck on Monday."
I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and just like insert a couple pictures, and then like as I'm editing, I would hit play after I put all that shit in, and then he's like, "At the Woods," and I'm like, "God damn it!" At the Woods. I'm like, God damn it, Justin!
Well, we appreciate it. We need you pull a double on Tuesday, so thanks.
Yep. Good stuff.
Have you guys had our tacos yet?
I have.
I
I've heard
have
good
had
things.
When we came for the Christmas party, we had the pizza. First time. It was
That's one thing I have not had yet is your pizza and pretzels.
You've had the
Tacos.
cheeseburgers.
Had the burgers.
I
had
seen
the
the ad.
tacos.
I seen the ad above the urinal.
Yeah.
That was pretty. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. That's
That son of a bitch looks
that is
good.
that's Sarah Mailer. That's not me.
I thought that was cool.
She
I mean, if
she goes, hear me out. She goes, we're going to buy some plastic placeholders and we're going to put flyers above the urinals when you're looking at the white drywall wall. You'll have something.
and you're peeing and you're hungry.
And I'm like, that's
all of the above.
what B-Dubs was thinking about. But they did TVs, and I like the thought because paper sheet.
Yeah.
And we can interchange it.
Paper,
Right there by the sink, you got the tacos too.
I thought it looked like one of the best burgers I've ever seen in my life, and that's the Krabby Patty.
I will say, I've had all of it, and my favorite are the burgers.
Burgers
They're
without a doubt.
fantastic.
To me, which
I'm not knocking the tacos; they're awesome too. But
Sure.
the burgers they're awesome for me.
Tyler can vouch for this because we both have about the same distance of drive to town. I would rather, granted, to here, I've got the biggest advantage.
I'm gonna say, I
over
can step
all
out
of
on the
us,
patio and hit
including
your fucking
you.
house with a rock.
Yeah.
Give me a baseball.
But to come down here and get a smash
shot.
burger versus driving to town and getting any
Clear those
burger,
mountains up.
definitely. The tacos, we haven't had enough. They were really good the one time that we had them, but we never think about it. On Wednesday, she always makes something that's like, fuck, we could have got tacos.
You know how you win my heart? Fried catfish.
Ooh. Surely that's been
Catfish Fridays!
Has that even been in the mix?
It has, based on his face.
I know
We sell a lot of burgers.
I know the
I can
whole.
only imagine the work that would go into that.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did see
I know,
recently.
I know the Hollywood is opening back up, but that was one thing that they had that was.
Yeah.
I seen the pub. You probably already know was doing Catfish Fridays now.
I think they've been doing that.
They've been doing catfish.
Well, they have, but they were advertising it, and it was like they said 6 pieces. I don't know what pieces means,
Chunks.
Pieces
Fillets.
or
Chunks.
and then
Big
like
difference.
a side for $11. I think that was terrible.
You could also do a fillet, a fried fillet.
Christ
instead of a chunk.
Almighty! Christ
Yeah, I mean
Almighty.
catfish.
That's a whole other ballgame.
I would
Schnoz is all crumbed up here all of a sudden.
I would
Plunger. God damn.
You need some Afrin?
Some wood?
Afrin?
Aflac. Anyway,
I'm plugged up, I'm not dying.
I know that blow's gonna do shit for me right now.
I'd love to fill you in on all the details, but
Understandable.
Some stuff is
unfortunately I
meant to be
can't.
secret.
So
I get it. That's fine.
I guess stay tuned. We got a lot of fun and exciting things happening soon.
Right on.
Right on.
You stole that from us. We said that at the end of last season.
Is that right? did you know that I bought the property across the street?
No, you did?
Yeah, the Tracy Trucking property.
Oh, really?
No.
Yep. So
bowling
yep. So I bought all the woods behind them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you pull out of the Woods Event Center, you'll pull right into the next property. And then we bought also up front, right in
The
between.
open lot?
Yep, the open lot. So it's all connected, and then the open lot to 33. So we have 33 access.
You built a house.
I'd like to tell you what we're going to do, but I can't.
He just said that. We can't do it on camera.
you're building a Meyer. I want to see a Meyer in town.
We need another Dollar General.
I like Target.
Yeah. I'm surprised Dollar General hasn't hit you up yet. That or Casey's. I mean, fuck, we could use one right here.
We certainly could.
Oh shit. Hook, line, and sinker. Sound it.
Oh, shoot.
Well, alrighty.
Yeah,
So it does sound like you got a whole lot of shit going on in the
we
background.
do. We do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. Yep. Right now, our biggest transition right now is just, again, not to plug them again, but your flower basket and gifts. Valentine's Day.
Keep rolling.
Me and Sarah basically take 2 days off to go help Mark and Cassie. Just kind of get it.
Wrong side.
There it is.
You can plug the pizza too. I don't think they mind.
Yeah, we take 2 days off because Valentine's Day, obviously flowers. You know, it's the biggest time of the year for a flower shop. So we'll be doing that here coming up. So we're out of wedding season right now. We're just kind of enjoying some time off, slinging tacos, smashing burgers, and waiting for wedding season. But the alternative is focusing on getting ready for Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is cool too. And I guess everything we're involved in, we're serving happy people. With the venue side, we're serving two families coming together. On the bar side, people are coming out, hang out with friends, have a nice, good cheeseburger, a delicious taco, sharing a pizza, having a beer with a friend you ain't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, we're delivering flowers to sometimes wives or girlfriends that aren't expecting it that day. You hand it to them, they go, "Oh, this is for me?" And it's like, "Yeah, happy Valentine's Day." And they're like this immediate, ear to ear, "Wow, thank you." And so it's neat. Giving happiness to people makes my heart happy.
As well, you can do that with a taco or a smash burger
Or catfish.
Yeah.
Also, your flower basket tuxedo rental, that's a thing.
Yeah, we started doing tuxedo rentals when we bought your flower shop, your flower basket and gifts. We started doing tux rentals.
That's big, actually, for
yeah.
like a
It's
like
huge.
school.
It's huge. Yeah, so we started doing that with all the local high schools. We took it over. They had kind of done tuxedos somewhat in the beginning. We decided that we were going to kind of branch off a little bit, owning a wedding venue. Most of the weddings need tuxes.
Yeah.
So if you rent 5 of our tuxes, you do end up getting the 6th one comped. That's a new thing. As well as whenever we do tuxedos for prom, every tuxedo that we rent to a customer, we end up donating money back to their school. So
Oh, that's awesome.
helps them pay for their prom.
Yeah, because Glick's, I think, is one of the only places around here.
Yeah. It was something that we wanted to start doing. Me, Sarah, Mark, and Cassie were like, how can we help? Because it's like the community is only as good as you are in it. And if we can make the community better, then business is better. I mean, it's this direct snowball. And so we decided, it's like, why don't we try to help prom out? Because, be honest, even Robinson, they struggle with a budget. And from Avalon, we really struggle with budget.
Oh.
And so if we can kind of give them some of their money back to help them pay for a DJ or food or decorations or anything, it's huge. I mean, 15% of their budget that they wouldn't have, then they don't have to work as hard trying to fundraise.
Which they did spend a lot of time. I mean, they were asking us as freshmen, they were like, "Hey, donate, and this is going to be for your senior prom." And it's like, I don't even know if I'm going to finish high school. I don't want to donate, honestly.
Yeah.
I may not even be there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't realize you donated back. That's sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a new thing. Happened first time. We were the first ones to start doing it last year, so
Cool.
it was kind of something we decided to try to start doing. Like I told you earlier, you're 18 months out. Trying to plan 18 months out for what's coming.
I can't imagine the shit going on in your head.
18 months ago, I didn't know I was having a kid.
Yeah.
No shit.
me neither.
That's one way to look at it. That really puts it in perspective.
Yeah,
it
that's
really does.
13 months old. That's just
Looking at it this way, 18 months ago, we weren't even open.
yeah.
Really?
18 months ago, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was.
It's crazy.
18 months ago,
Getting
we
ready
were
to buy a
getting
house.
ready for our first wedding.
Holy cow.
Tyler's wedding hadn't even happened yet.
Yeah. No.
That is just insane to think about. And then I know how
It
much
seems like
you've got
you've been
going
open so
on.
long.
Well, I had an
Yeah.
idea,
Like,
but I didn't
Yeah.
realize how
It's
much
just
shit
so-
you actually
it's just so
do in the
fitting.
background.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
just wild.
Again, my wife Sarah is
Sure.
the one that's doing all
Or
this.
she.
I'm just the face
Get
of
her on the
Yeah,
phone.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Call Sarah. Get her over here.
I'm just the face. Sarah is the reason why it all floats. I mean, it truly is.
At the end of this, we need to just like have a picture of her transitioning. Don't put a loving memory or something.
Yeah.
Put it
Don't want to give me the wrong
I
idea.
joke with her all the time because up in our office, so we have her desk and my desk, and her desk is obviously it's like the Taj Mahal of desks. It's a 360
You got a Serta chair. Like,
up top, downstairs.
Good
You know,
stuff.
there are multiple cabinet levels, and mine's this like intern we bought for $50 at a consignment shop. Like 100%, we bought it at a consignment shop, and Sarah's
Got
like,
cloth
"That'll do for you."
doors.
It's like the one we have in our new line shop.
Yeah. And-
Hers has
yeah.
got stacks of paper.
Hers is
and
perfect.
organized.
Hers is perfect, and it's like, man, that's a detailed desk over there. And
Yours
you look
has
at
Newton's
mine, and
cradle
it's
on it,
like,
just bouncing the
what
balls
happened
back.
over here?
You've got a white fold-out table.
Yeah, it might as well be a lifetime table. That buckles when you put too much weight on it.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
And then papers.
It's apparently had like drinks sit on it with no coaster, so like it's got the bubbled up composite.
I love the bubbles.
Hey, character.
The side of the desk, like it's got the vinyl peeling off of it, so it'll scrape and scratch your arm. So like I've ripped it off to try to like so I can lean up against it.
It's like the break
It's like a sunburn of tables.
Yeah.
So, this is kind of changing pace a little bit. Because it's something, yeah, it's a lot of it for what we've been discussing. It's something that I want to talk about with you. Do you think the government is trying to warn us with certain things or tell us certain things?
1000%. Yes,
All right. Well, that answers it.
absolutely.
Thanks for watching that.
Thank you to the Woods of Instant. No, absolutely. I totally agree. They do.
That's
No question.
To what extent? Like, how do you think they go about doing it? Like everyone says, like The Simpsons predicted this in 2004. Or,
yeah.
It's
The Simpsons is what drives me nuts, which I don't watch it. I have watched it,
I
but
fall asleep to it like most nights.
yeah,
See, I don't watch The Simpsons.
Really?
No,
I
I've
just
never watched
see
a single
so
one.
much
man.
shit like that
Bro,
they
that's
have made into episodes years before shit's happened, and it's like there's gotta be somebody fucking
It's all.
gotta be.
It's all programming.
Well, one of the more recent ones that I've seen was it was 5, 6, 7 years ago, but they said there was a scene in one of the episodes of The Simpsons. It showed in 2024 Trump was going to be reelected, and now he's leading in all these fucking election polls, and it's like, is it really going to happen?
Well,
Is
and
this-
then
Like,
they
is
were
this
the ones
gonna
to
show who's
jokingly predict that he became president
To begin
in the
with,
first
right.
place. And then they showed airports of people spaced out wearing masks and shit. It's just
So do you believe that the government can predict interest rates and how well the economy's doing?
I don't know enough about that shit, but I would say so.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if
yeah.
you and if you look at that, I mean, they are the ones that predict who can buy products, who can export products. They've got the power. They've got the power right here.
During
And of course
COVID.
they're doing it.
During COVID, no one left their homes.
No.
Oh, I don't want to say no one. The majority.
right.
you're a piece of shit if you did.
If you left your house,
Yeah.
shame on you.
The
Like,
cans behind the
it's-
pub needed picked up, so I fucking
Sean,
My jaw hurt and the electric bill needed paid.
Somebody's got to do it, all right?
yeah, it makes you wonder if it's scripted. Like, is it really scripted? Honestly,
You think it's almost like we're in a Truman Show sometimes.
for real, it's a good way to put it.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes you wonder.
I believe it is.
For all of you that haven't watched that, it's a good show, and it makes you think about it. Watch The Truman Show.
Oh, good movie. Good movie.
Good movie. Oh, sorry, not show, it's a movie.
You got people looking on Netflix for it.
Yeah, where the fuck is this Truman Show?
Jim
It's
Carrey.
called The Truman Show.
Yeah.
No, I believe the government predicts everything. They control it.
Yeah.
What scares the shit out of me, there's multiple different things, but AI is starting to come about, and it's really starting to scare me, and robots goes along with AI a little bit, but there's a channel I watch on YouTube, and they went to Vegas to the Sphere. Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's good.
And they said they had robots that were like waiters and waitresses or like attendants there, just kind of like, showing you to your seat and shit. And like if you asked them a question, they had an answer. And they said that they were recording one of them, and they were sitting there talking. They just panned to the camera and just sat there and like glitched for a second, and like turned back and fucking walked away. And I'm like, that's fucking terrifying.
Well, to me though, that's no
Skynet.
different than our phones sitting here listening to us.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter if your GPS is off, your phone's off. Like, if they want to hear it, they're going to hear it.
Well, Edward Snowden, he was one of the original whistleblowers that was telling everybody, like, well, I mean, he actually stole the jump drive and released it. He sold it to the media and said, this is what our government's doing. Nobody wants to believe me, but I have the proof right here. Like I
Whatever
said,
happened to him? Didn't he fly to another country or something?
So, in the limited research I've done, after he gave the media that jump drive with everything revealing what the government's actually listening in on, he had like a half an hour to get from his hotel, meeting with the media, to get to an airport and fly to Russia. And if he ever steps foot on American soil again, he's going to prison for life.
Wow. So he
Last I knew.
So he's just living in Russia.
Yeah, he's just hanging out because he was not allowed to step foot on fucking American soil again. Because he threw our government under the bus, which I feel like we have a right to know that they're watching me watch fucked up videos on the hub.
No, stepbrother.
I mean, what? You wasn't expecting that one.
Oh, don't act like you're better than us.
You might be up here, but you're still just as filthy, all right?
Oh, can't let it get too serious.
Oh,
You gotta have the icebreaker.
Just gonna dip into that one.
You broke the ice on that.
Body slam.
we're floating right now. Oh God, the sack all up. God damn it.
3 points.
Make it?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
So what's one of the wildest conspiracy theories you've ever heard?
Oh boy.
If you dabble into that.
Are you a conspiracy kind of guy, or do you just fucking roll with it?
Wow. I wasn't ready for that.
It kind of plays in with the doomsday prepping and the Simpsons
yeah.
predictions.
The guy saying that they're turning the frogs gay.
That guy.
The waters are hurting the frogs, gay.
Alex Jones.
There we go. Couldn't remember his name. I can see his face.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Area 51?
I think.
Oh my God.
There is so much there that is just, it just floats.
I think
Like,
they're
I don't
sitting
even-
in there thinking, God, these people are fucking idiots. This is literally
It's
just
probably something super simplistic, like
Yeah.
nothing at all.
I think it's a social experiment to see how far they can go with holding us out.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
How
they're
about
To
sitting
that?
control
there.
Yeah,
us.
for
To
real.
control us. We're gonna make them think that there's something so secretive in here. We're gonna pay all these people millions to not talk, and if they talk, we're gonna kill them. Pay them millions to talk and create this massive bubble behind Area 51, and
So-
determine if they can keep their mouth shut or if they'll burst.
Not
Rumor
to
has it
stray,
that's how the woods started.
not to stray away too much from Area 51, but they say people that know too much just kind of vanish. There was some people like in the Ocean Gate thing that knew some shit. There was people on the Titanic that knew some shit. There was
Talked
people
about that.
on, was that Kobe Bryant that died? Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. There was people on his helicopter that knew some shit.
Chester Bennington.
He just happened
Chris
to be
Cornell.
involved.
He was a casualty of.
Yeah.
Epstein knew too much shit.
Epstein. knew
That's a
some shit.
whole.
I know.
You want to talk about conspiracy
proves
theories?
Oh, didn't bring my book.
I didn't wear my waders. The waders are at home.
I tried watching that documentary. There's a documentary on Netflix right now about
But
Epstein.
I watched it.
I
I loved it.
I watched
I
15
thought,
minutes of it and I said,
wow,
"I'm
this
out.
dude is a fucking idiot. Like,
I'm out."
It's,
I watched
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Malaysia flight MH370, the flight that went missing.
Yeah.
So you know the exact amount of information going into it as the very last fucking episode. But they do say later on that it was full of like lithium batteries and radios and shit like that, wasn't it?
I think so. It's been a while since I've watched it.
So in that area, they think some AWACS come over and fucking jammed the radar to it, and then it just vanished. And then somebody got in and hacked the
black
what
box.
I can't remember what it's actually called. It's basically like the plane's tracking system,
transmitter.
some sort of a transmitter, and made it look like it flew back and down south to a different area. But the exact area that it vanished, people were able to find what looked like plane parts and debris
Washed
in the
up.
ocean in southern China. And it apparently vanished in the Indian Ocean, but they only found like little tiny parts
The
and pieces
smallest debris.
occasionally. Yeah.
So,
It's a decent one to watch. Like I said, you don't really learn much from
Right.
it, but it's a good one to.
there's a movie where they kind of did something like
Stew
that.
on.
I don't want to bring it up for probably a third episode, but Con Air.
Third episode.
Remember when the guy gets out of the plane and takes the
Con Air
transmitter?
has been on more episodes than
I
Tyler.
think it's been on. Yeah.
I've been on 3. Let's just put it.
Remember he takes the transmitter and puts it on the touring plane and
I
they
hate
take
it.
it the other way.
I hate to pop your cherry, but I still have not seen the movie.
Oh,
I'm still listening. Go ahead. My bad.
it's such a great movie. Anyway, I'm sorry. Great movie.
Yeah, we could please just go one episode without you talking about that.
There is a show called Manifest that
My wife watches it.
that one's kind of terrifying because it came out before we knew all the information of the Malaysia flight. And if you guys don't know, or if you guys don't know, it's a plane that goes missing, and the people that are on the plane, I think they experience like turbulence or something like that, and then they show up 8 years later whenever they land. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Could you imagine if that actually happened? I cannot imagine being in those shoes. You say you're taking a vacation to Florida and you land and it's fucking 8 years later. Not only, like, it would be odd whenever you landed, but like if you were to fly back home and then you come back to your house and there's somebody else living there and like family members are gone and shit like that.
Well, that kind of plays hand in hand with the whole Mandela effect thing, where people are saying that we got sucked into a black hole like 10 years ago, and that's where like the Berenstein or Bernstein Bear thing, like we're in a different dimension where what we remember never really happened.
They go back and try to erase what existed and make you believe that it never existed.
Fucking Men in Black, that shit.
God, we're getting deep.
That was another
Are
thing.
you interested or no? We can back out.
I was getting ready to say that.
This little brain's pumping hard right now. So
So where do you stand on Doomsday
Exactly. You have not drank enough. Well, I just put her that way.
wow.
Well, you were talking about how they vanish. 8 years later, they pop up. That's one thing that could tie into Doom's podcast
Yeah.
with his paranormal patio. Like, was it a black hole? Was it a vortex? Was it, what would be how
fucking.
yeah? In what dimension does that exist? Like, how does that happen?
Dude, that's like Interstellar.
Yeah,
Good movie.
You ever like drank like 10 beers and then watch that?
I can't say I've done that exactly. But
Not only that, but you'll watch an hour and a half and then you're like,
Gotta grab a beer.
They're doing what? Where?
Yeah. He's fucking floating around in the walls, pushing books off. You're like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna grab a beer and go get an MRE real quick.
I gotta grab another bucket.
Need a
Let out
Lazak
this
to
one.
MRE here.
I mean, conspiracy theories is a true wormhole.
We were talking about that again at work, where, I mean, people have driven themselves mad going down that rabbit hole.
In the end, decide if it's something you can actually change. And
Yep.
That's
Do you want to live that way? Do you want to live in fear? Do you want to live
because
with
we all,
anxiety?
we all know that
Like,
guy that's on Facebook videos that's just fucking going nuts.
Yeah.
How mad is he driving himself right now?
I wouldn't want to live in a world where I just
Oh,
believe in all
gosh.
that shit.
It's that same kind of guy that reshares Grand Theft Auto videos of fucking TRXs doing wheelies and fucking.
Yeah, and they're like,
jumping off the
whoa! Look at this badass. Or this is one we were talking about the other day.
Or
Old people that post the stuff where it's like, copy and paste this, and you'll get all your friends seeing your page again. Like that doesn't work. Copy and paste this.
You will have a news feed, but no advertisements. You just got to copy, paste, and invite all of your friends.
Or if you love the
They
military,
must do it now. It's like,
if you love the military, share this, and everybody below is like, I agree. I pray. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
hugs. Parentheses hugs.
You'll get through this.
So, you had a couple things you were thinking about talking about. What you got on your mind?
In regards to conspiracy theories?
Well, I mean, it could be that, or there was a couple other topics that you had mentioned to us.
Oh, yeah. Obviously. And this gets a little political, but I'll try to keep it on this side. So Trump is stating in his campaign that he is going to remit payroll tax for small business, which basically means that small businesses will not have to pay payroll taxes to the state for what they pay their employees. We'll save roughly 15% of paychecks. So, roughly, take your paycheck, multiply by 15%, that will go to you.
Wow.
Thousands of dollars extra for employees, thousands of dollars extra that businesses don't have to pay.
I just wonder where we would eat the cost on that. Because it seems like every time they do something good like this,
Sure.
like we eat the cost.
Well, look at the
on it.
payroll protection program, the PPP. I mean, so I'm a banker by nature. I'm a business
I was
owner.
gonna say you're already like,
He's miles ahead of me already.
I'm a business loan officer, and we had this PPP program during COVID, March of 2020, where we were literally handing out millions to people that qualified for it based on their business or based on their Schedule C, based on how much money they would receive. We just handed it out like it was free candy. Just here you go, here you go, here you go, sign this. Who's backing it? We have no idea. And so we handed out a lot of money, and we're now paying for it at 9% interest rates. Interest rates then, I locked my home in at 2.9%, 30 years fixed.
I'm at 2.1, I think.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like 3.4.
Interest rates are 3 times plus that now.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah, we
insane.
just got a new vehicle.
well, I heard like our credit union at work isn't even giving out loans right now
No,
because
okay.
it's
Capital's
so,
gotten scarce.
Well, that was actually what the guy at the dealership had said to us whenever we were finalizing everything. He said that, well, this certain company that I had went with, that the reason they're so high is because they handed out so much money the last, however
A lot of
many
people
years,
are having
2 to 3
capital
years.
shortages.
Guess what?
Yep.
They're trying to cut back on the
Supply
money.
and demand. When you have a lot of supply, you can hand it out whatever you want. But there's a massive demand, supply goes down. Now you have to increase everything because you don't have the supply to meet demand.
That's trippy to think about.
Yeah, it's wild.
So yeah, I mean, back to like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds awesome, but I feel like there's a bad thing with all the good things that come.
Oh,
100%.
There's
There's
always
gonna be.
There will be, yeah.
at some
But
point
does
you're
it
gonna have
outweigh?
to bite the bullet and pay it all back, no matter what happens.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's like when they were sending out the, I can't remember what they called them now, but they were the COVID checks. You know, the
Oh,
relief
yeah,
checks.
yeah.
It's like, do I put this in savings and hold on to it for the next 4 or 5 years in case something, guess what? We want that money back now, so you're going to have to pay it back to us.
Where do you see Robinson or Crawford County in the next 10 years?
That's a cool question.
I feel like right now, because of certain individuals, that Robinson is really kind of expanding
They are thriving.
and thriving. It's a good way to put it. But 10 years from now, it's hard telling. Plus, we've got a handful of large, multi-billion-dollar
Fortune 500 companies.
industries in the town,
Yep.
which helps a ton.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. I would have never seen Crawford County where it is now 8 years ago.
I walked, I'm not gonna say the name, but with the company we work for, walking through that new expansion is insane. I just would have never imagined
Oh.
something that big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But then,
especially us being
like he
part
said,
of it.
Right.
the way politics are going, I know that our bigger employer is still going to be here, but I just, that one's scary.
Nothing
Yeah.
is certain.
yeah.
Nothing is
Well,
certain.
it's like Miram, the power plant there, they thought, oh, this is going to be here forever, and now that's like, it could be here 5, it could be here 10.
Maybe
I think that Crawford County is getting ready to expand at an alarming rate that we're not ready to see it.
Oh, I completely
And
agree.
I think that in the next 10 years, it won't be uncommon for me to look out and see another business across the road.
Or or a subdivision.
Because
I-
Koert's
I-
got done. And I'm going to have to be moving.
We're excited down the road.
I ain't selling.
I ain't fucking moving.
Pick it up and move it over here.
Me wombo, you wombo.
We all wombo.
Womboing.
While we're talking about, I'll take a double smash and fries.
I do see that. I think that Crawford County is, in the next 2 years for sure, is going to expand at an alarming rate. And I think that Crawford County is going to stay the same size, but I think that Robinson is getting ready to start doing this. And it will just expand into other communities, whether that be Stoy. Look what's happening in Stoy already. 3 years ago, let's call it 5 years ago, Billy wasn't there yet in Stoy. And look what he's done.
Yeah.
And now we're right here on the other side of the road. And Bolin is right on the other side of the road from Billy. Stoy's gained 3 businesses in the last 5 years.
Yeah. Well,
Just Stoy.
Well, and
Yeah.
look at
And Caleb. Caleb.
Another podcast.
not to mention Caleb.
all right, maybe I'm wrong, but the biggest thing was when we got an Arby's, that was like, all right, it's starting to get big.
That's the other-
Like, as weird as that is,
Yeah.
you don't see Arby's in a lot of places.
We got the meats.
Got a good question
This is
for
a
you.
good
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you're a young entrepreneur, do you feel like the community would be better off bringing in a younger crowd to help make decisions for the city and not really root out, but try to relieve some of the older crowd from their duties as far as like on the councils and stuff like that, bringing in fresh ideas?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Maturity level of
That's
individuals
kinda
and
where I was
spots
thinking.
like that are crucial. And having the experienced individuals in the spots that can make those calls are really, really important. And not making off-the-cuff emotional responses are really
Yeah.
important.
People that have seen change, that have been there, done that, they know what could affect it, what could not.
Sure. Well,
To where people nowadays, they think of, Arby's, Wendy's, whatever else is coming to town, they're just like, yep. The
Well-
older people are like, well, how is this really going to affect
How's it going to
everything?
profit? How's it going to
Yeah.
benefit?
More importantly, is this going to take money away from Bobby Sue, who's trying to run a local family business? right now?
Exactly.
Sure.
Bingo.
One example I want to bring up is when they wanted to bring this dispensary right here to Stoy. What did you think about that?
Next question.
Fair enough. And I want it to be known.
Because I only
bashing
say
how-
that because it is such a
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
younger-
a big deal.
Sure.
That's a totally different
So
realm.
fair enough. If you-
But, yeah, I'm not in any way bashing how our community is ran. I've only lived here for 3 years and no complaints. So it's just more of a
You've only lived
curiosity.
here for 3 years?
Yeah,
Where'd you come from?
Lawrenceville, Flat Rock area. I actually went to school in Lawrenceville.
Level
He's
pub.
from the back 40.
Level pub.
Yeah. As his
I'll-
dad
I'll-
would say.
I'll answer your question very
The
briefly.
racers don't care.
As his dad would say, if there's anybody coming down my road, it's a problem.
So from my standpoint, there's pros and cons. And I determined that ultimately there was more cons from my standpoint because obviously having a liquor license, we have to be able to monitor consumption, sobriety, and overconsumption. And there's no good way to be able to determine if someone's been using product from the dispensary compared to most of the time, especially if we've served them, we can tell where they're at. We can tell by the way they talk, by the way they walk, by the way they act when they walk to the front door. A lot of the times when you start throwing in that type of stuff from the dispensary, it's tough for us to be able to determine crossing with those. Now, would it have brought a lot of money to the community? Absolutely. Would it have created jobs? Absolutely. But I don't know. I'm kind of in the.
You're
I
also
totally.
kind of an old soul.
I'm very much an old soul.
So you see it from the perspective of the people that are currently there.
I saw more con than I did pro.
Right.
I think that there are many more ways that we can bring revenue to the community, and I feel like there are better ways that I can get my children a better livelihood compared to introducing that into my community. Is how I saw it.
I think my biggest thing is just seeing how many people drive to
100%.
every game. So I see it from there.
Yeah. There's always two ways to look at it.
Yeah. And it's very easy to also say people are driving all the way to Effingham, and are we driving by those people on the highway right now? Yes.
Yeah,
That are coming back from Effingham.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no
Yeah.
idea. But yeah, it was one of those where it's like you're gonna be darned if you do, you're gonna be darned if you don't. Was I excited about it at the very beginning? Absolutely. I was initially very excited for foot traffic, but I quickly transitioned that into this is gonna be a really big problem for me. Not gonna be as much of a problem for everybody else, but for me,
Yeah, I was going to say,
This is
is
going
it,
to turn into a
do you
massive
think it's
issue.
just mainly because of what your business is?
correct.
Okay.
That was
That's
what I was
totally
gonna-
understandable.
Yeah, me being right next door, and primarily the weddings coming in from out of town, states over.
Yeah.
Being able to walk across next door, and now I have more things for my security guard staff to watch. Fair.
You've got eyes on all that. all the
Liability.
time anyway.
Liability is a big deal.
Right.
It's a big deal to us. I mean, some
Oh,
people it's
sure.
not a big deal to, but
Yeah.
it is to us.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you thought there were better ways. What are
Yeah.
some of your ideas?
Go build a Wendy's. Go build an Arby's. Go build a.
So just bring it in.
Do it the way that our great grandparents were doing. You know, grinding. You know, running a
If it ain't broke,
running a mechanic shop in the middle of Hardinville. That's what my great grandfather did. My other great grandfather, Grandpa Ted, he ran a construction company. Taught my dad how to build. You know, that's what they did. Trades. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But again, I mean, that's what I'm an old soul,
Yeah.
and
But there's a lot of truth behind that too, because there's. I know whenever I was in high school, we only offered very limited like trade classes, and I don't know what Lawrenceville anyways offers anymore. And they're taking that out of a lot of schools.
sure.
The blue collar side is not promoted the way it should be. I feel like it can be promoted.
I feel like it's coming back.
It has. It
It's-
has,
it's-
but I feel like it's also not like I agree with you 100%. But I also feel like that it's not.
There should be. It should be advertised a lot more.
I
than
think
what-
social media makes
It's
it appear
okay.
as if it's coming back more.
It's
Okay.
yeah. Who's
Because
pushing?
I see like these independent business owners that are opening these welding schools and plumbing schools and electrician.
Yeah. It's okay to work with your hands. It's okay to go out and be in the elements. You don't have to sit behind a computer.
Or be a
You don't
TikTok
have to-
influencer.
You don't have to be an influencer.
Have an OnlyFans. I mean,
Go
God,
to work. Go work.
You're probably making more money than all of us.
Well, that's what I was
I'm just
thinking.
kidding.
I'm not really bashing him.
But
these
I mean, there's nothing against what you do, obviously. But
No.
I think
No, I get it. I mean, I've said for the last.
But this guy
Last
right
year.
here is a fucking horse when it comes to work. I've seen it firsthand whenever they were cutting the trees down out here. You couldn't keep up with him. You can't keep up with him whenever he's cleaning up after a wedding. Like, he's a mule.
I've said for the last year that if somebody in Crawford County wanted to become successful and be their own business owner and in trades, they need to go into HVAC and refrigeration right now.
Oh,
You could start your entire own operation just on refrigeration because there is nobody, again, I'm going to say that, there is nobody that does it in Crawford County, period.
you know who you are. One of our best friends.
Now, we are
Rich
fortunate.
has been talking about this for fucking years.
We are very fortunate that our HVAC guy is tremendous. We have a tremendous HVAC guy. We have a tremendous plumber. My HVAC guy doesn't do refrigeration though because he's so busy. We don't have a refrigeration guy. We're contracting out of town. Again, the reason why this place was built because we tried to keep everything in Crawford County. We hire a contractor out of Effingham to come redo our refrigeration.
yeah.
For him to show up is astronomical.
I want to put a plug in for B&E.
That's who does our stuff. That's who does all of our
Did
stuff.
you know
Jim
that?
They
does.
are fantastic.
Jim's wonderful.
Did you know that his brother, Riley?
Riley.
Rich. He was in on one
That
of
is
the
Coach's
or
brother.
in the installs.
Riley, that cheeky little bastard.
You know what? That's a good.
Don't know if that's a good thing
I
or a
do-
bad
I
thing.
do
I'm assuming
remember.
it's not,
No,
but-
no, exactly. No, Jim.
You
Jim.
didn't know that, did you?
Jim was excellent to work with. Jim has came to my house on the 4th of July when it was 109 degrees outside. Jim is a wonderful human being. I praise him every chance I get.
I'll mention Jimmy's name. You can add it. You can delete it. Whatever. But
Delete it.
anytime I've ever had an issue with absolutely anything, he is there the next day, and he
Yes.
makes it a point to get to you. You tell him something's wrong. You don't have heat. You don't have air. Whatever it is, it's -10. It's 95 degrees outside. He will make.
Well,
a
he's
point.
another one that he's not afraid to put in the grind that it takes to
Yeah.
manage your small
Yeah.
business.
He is a solid dude.
He was very, very vital in the entire installation of this place. Because especially because we didn't want to have exposed duct. Most of the time, new buildings have duct work ran through the whole place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is what I want.
Well-
I don't want exposed duct. And if you look at the ceiling of this
And
place,
it's-
you will not see duct.
As vaulted as this place is, that's what you would have.
Yeah. Yeah. So he made it work to how I wanted it. It was
Give
great.
it a fucking 10.
Give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10. Gentlemen.
Fucking 10.
Well, I'll be the first to say it. I really appreciate you having us.
Yes.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys.
We've been looking forward to this.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is. Like I had this vision when we first started it, but I was like, like I know Koert pretty good, but I'm like, doubt we would ever be at the woods with him on it.
We've said it before on other episodes, and before we started filming this one. We started off sitting in a couple of lawn chairs
In front of
with
the fire.
in front of a fire with just the audio from the camera to where we're at now. I never would have thought we made it this far.
Yeah.
And the fact that you had us over into this beautiful, beautiful building, and
Thank you.
as busy as you are, making time for us.
Yeah,
Sure.
closing the bar down for us.
Yeah. And you can see the customers lined up at the door, still mad about it.
Yeah.
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 Look at all them cars out too.
Tacos are tomorrow. Go home.
Great tacos. Yeah. I'd come back.
somebody say tacos?
Deer tacos.
No, I guess, I mean, ultimately, some of it for me too was like, we started out being brand new at 1.2, and any customer appreciation we had was huge, because obviously, you're only successful as the people that follow you. And so wanted to just let you guys know that we do follow you, and we watch your podcast, and I enjoy it. I listen to it at work. I put my Apple earpods in, and every Tuesday when it comes out, I'll just put it on play, turn my phone over, and I'll listen to it. And I'll be like, "What did you say?" And I'll rewind it. But no,
Boomerang.
Did he just say what I
yeah. But we all started somewhere, and so just want to let you guys know, keep trudging forward, keep having fun with it. Keep it light, keep it fun, and see where it goes.
Oh yeah,
That's what it's all about.
I really
Local support local.
100%.
I really hope this is a pivotal moment for us, because like I wanted this season to be different than last, because obviously, like Cody was saying, last season we honestly were just fucking around. We started out, and then it was like we started making episodes every week. It was like, this is fun, we really enjoy doing it. And then people started talking about us at work, and then like we would miss a week, and some random person we never even talked to comes up and is like, "Did you guys not post?" It's like, no. Like, I didn't realize anybody actually.
This week.
Yeah, I didn't realize anybody actually
It's our
watched
favorite pile of
this.
shit.
Yeah.
So then we were like, well, now we need to kind of actually put a little more effort into this, it seems
Yeah.
like. And then we started listening to people's comments about, we need a backdrop, we need microphones, which we knew all along microphones would probably be.
Yeah.
But
Beneficial.
And can't stress enough how much the feedback we've gotten from everybody has helped us
Yeah,
out
sure.
in the long run.
I mean, that's how you grow. I mean, you have
Sure.
to get feedback from people
Yeah.
to be able to figure out how to fix it, how to get better.
yeah, I really hope this season is different from the last. I want to try and stray away different topics a little bit, kind of like what we were on today, a little bit of conspiracy theories, because that always gets people going.
Yeah.
Like Cody broke
Well,
the
it
ice
gets-
on you a couple times. It was like,
Yeah.
When it gets
Yeah.
everybody good.
yeah.
There's so many different genres of people out there. You're touching a whole different group of people now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole different group that are like, hell yeah, brother.
And can't stress it enough. If you see us at work and you have something you want to hear us just babble on about, let us know.
We're in public, EJ.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really catching out guard. I'll be like, oh, God, I don't have a pen to sign or anything. But,
I signed boobs.
yeah, boobs and boobs only.
Well, I mean, I think one thing that Sarah and I always say, and it's kind of tends to be true. I think the best is yet to come for you guys. So, I mean, that's what we always tell everybody. What's next? What's next? And everybody's asking, what are you guys doing next? And the best is yet to come. So, the best is yet to come for you guys, just like us at the Woods Event Center. So, it'll be good. It'll be fun.
How much effort do you want to put into it?
Even if not, it's like I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're still having a blast.
That's all that matters. As long as you continue to have fun,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
I'll look back on it and be like, I was on a podcast once.
It didn't go anywhere, but here
Now
we
I'm
are.
homeless.
Now Koert's running me out trying to steal all of his aluminum cans from me.
The pub kicked me out. Yeah.
No more cans for this guy.
Now I'm behind the Woods Event Center.
He's not going to be able to buy MREs anymore. That's
What
the
was
workout.
wrong?
Living in Koert's grease trap. But no, seriously, appreciate everything tonight, your time. It's been a great time. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, I did. I had a blast. I always do. So, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you coming out and letting me be a part of it. So,
Anytime.
Saying shit,
maybe we'll do it again sometime.
I hope.
I would be
Really hope.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Be really cool.
So,
Even just a watch.
sure.
Yeah.
You can stand in the background, hold the applause signs, and get the
Clap.
mic booms going.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like people don't even care.
Listen, we need to have a talk about Vanderhoff.
The fact is, he's the sponsor. And you signed a contract guaranteeing him certain concessions, one of them being a spot on the show.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but basically it's the nature of the beast.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out. Garth, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Love Wayne's World.
Well, while we're wrapping it up, it's not too late to order for your Valentine's Day flowers.
Hit
Your
me with
flower
that phone
basket
number.
gifts. 618-544-2118.
God damn, that's good.
1500 East Main Street.
Couldn't have said it any
On
better.
the east side of Tuckahoe.
I don't know their phone number, but I couldn't have said it.
This was
I know
not
it now.
rehearsed. That's the crazy thing.
Damn, he's good.
Justin's like,
I have ordered.
Justin's sitting at home.
several
I could have done it better.
Yeah, at the wood.
Yeah.
Where's my koozie?
I think this might be it. Because, I don't know. Yeah, I think Cody's here.
We'll get you another one.
I didn't know we'll find you one.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm bristled up.
Oh,
Are you?
Always am.
Not really.
I'm gristled.
Yeah.
I've said it a couple of times now, but thanks again for all your time.
Yeah. Really.
And thank you guys for coming out tonight too. We couldn't have done it without you.
I'm glad I was able to stand in. Glad we could have a local business owner that has thrived and succeeded the way he wanted to.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
You never know. The next episode might be on the road. Probably won't be, but
I've got a couple ideas. Maybe we'll throw some fun stuff in there.
Could be
Well,
down,
flower
down the
basket,
road.
you know.
It would be new to see.
just us with flowers around us.
Even if
It's
other-
not too late to order your flowers for Valentine's Day. Your flower basket and gifts.
even if other business owners was like,
Yeah.
I heard the owner of the flower basket's a pretty good dude. Maybe
Yeah.
we should hit him.
Mark Hill's one hell of a guy.
I tell you what, I
Sweetheart.
could sit around talking to Mark. Yeah, dude. He helped me close on my first house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this has been the Gristled Up Podcast. As always, I'm Cody.
Sean.
Caleb.
Tyler,
And of course,
Koert.
special guest.
stay tuned to see what we have in store for you this season.
Cue porno music.